Hello, everyone. This is Lab 7 Part 2. In this lab, we will be working with array lists instead of just regular arrays. First question, is found method, right? Give me a sec. Uh, Trying to do it so I can see the whole question. Okay, here it is. Dang, I'm blind. I can barely see. Right? There we go. That's better. Write a method called is found that accepts to an argument that accepts as an argument an array list of integers called num_r and an integer variable called x. The method returns true or false depending on if x is found in the num_r array or not. Demonstrate the method by calling it from the main and passing to it an array list of integers. Declare and initialize with 10 values in the main and a value to search for. Print a message telling the user if value X was found or not in the main. All right, let's get her started in here. I'll explain everything after. All right, excuse me. I'm copying this so I can copy and paste it 10 times. Plus one. Seven. 10 of them. Mm, 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 mm. Activism. This is gonna be my variable. Actually, name it something else. Here. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's start from the top. The top. Okay. Here we're importing array lists. The array list. Importing array list so that we can use it in our code later. Here we're creating a row. We're creating an array list to hold elements right here. And then from this line, from line 12 to line 21, we are adding numbers to that list. So 12, 7, 5, so on and so forth. Then here on in this line, we're declaring the integer we're searching for in this list we just created. Then here on this line here, we call the isFound method, passing in the list and searching the value and store the result. Yeah. Here in this little section over here, we're checking if the result is true or false and printing the message that correlates with if it's true or false. Okay, here, this is if the value is found, it will say the value 8, which is up here, is found in the list. And then this one is if the will print out if the value is not found. As said here. Down. Now let's scroll on down here to our next section. Down here, this method is checking if the value is found in the array list. In this for loop, we loop through the list and check if X is inside of the num_r array. Then, in this if statement, we turn the element into a integer and compare. It will return true if it is found and false if it's not found. So let's run her. As you can see, uh, as you can see, 8 was found. I didn't add any spaces. It looks kind of funny. Let me add the spaces. It won't look funny after this. Then again. 8. The value 8 was found. Was found. You see. Okay. Moving on. Next. Let me read it all for you so we're all on the same page. Okay. Question 2. Add our method. Write a method called add_r that accepts as an argument an array list of integers called num_r. The method returns the sum of all the values in it. Demonstrate the method by calling it from the main and passing it through the array list of integers. Declare and initialize 10 random values generated using the random class. In the range of 1 through 100, print the sum in the main. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. One lesson. So everything's all on one page, as you can see here. Voila. All right. Next one. This one's going to be kind of long, so stick with me. If I disappear, it's just I'm dark. The room's kind of dark. I'll come back. Let's start off by creating our random object. I'll explain after. I'll explain after. Let me import it. Um, Now I'm going to create the array list. Import that. Okay, it's there we go. It's really something out or anything. I don't know what the fuck. I I mean I mean I meant to do that because I had a misspelling, so I copied and paste this. So over here, I would have to search for the misspelling in my typing. There we go. Pokemon. All right. Let me explain it from the top. From the top. Okay, first, we created our new random object and imported the random class. Then we went down to here and created a array list. Also did that import. Then on this line here, in these few lines, we are filling the array with 10 random integers from 1 to 100. And if you're wondering, you add a random number between 1 and 100 using this particular line. Okay, then we go down to here where we're calling the add-r method, calculate the sum of the numbers stored in total sum. Oh, my goodness, excuse me. Then we go to these where we print out print numbers in the list, and then we print the sum of the numbers. Down here in this method, in this method we calculate the sum of the integers in the array list. First, we have to initialize sum, which we done here. Then in this for loop, we loop through each element in the array list using this loop. We, ugh, I had a brain fart. So sorry. We cast the element to an integer and add it to the sum. And we return sum. Let's run it. Move my head up the way. As you can see, it says the numbers in this list are 46, 4, 7, 3, 17, 95, 13, 39, 83, and 16. And the numbers in this list are not the numbers. I meant to put the sum of this list. The sum. If you of list is of this list is the sum of this list is 386. All right. Moving on to the next one. Save that. Moving on to the next one. Let me read it off. Ooh. Copy Rav method. Write a method called copy Rav. Excuse me, that accepts an argument, an array list of integers call num r. Method will create other array lists, another array list call it rav num r, and fill it with elements from num r in reverse order. Demonstrate the method by calling it from the main and passing it to to an array list of integers. Declare and initialize with 10 random values generated using a generated using the random class in the range 1 to 100. Print the elements of num r in rav num r and in the copy rav method. That was a lot, but we're gonna get it together. All right. First things first. First things first. What do we need to do? Create our random object, then create our array list and import the classes. Import them. All right. Let's get her started. Okay. Instead of doing all that, I'm gonna just copy it from over here because the first few steps is basically the same thing. First few steps is already basically the same thing. Let's just copy this whole shebang right here. Copy from what we just typed. We're gonna paste it here, and we're gonna do our imports. There we go. Okay, we're seeing it. Now that we got that in there, I'll explain at the end. We'll go from the top of the code to the bottom of the code. Okay, can you see my little hand? I'm gonna flip it over and do it like this. Damn, R. Allergies starting to act. Excuse me. I'm gonna feel a sneeze attack. Back to what I was doing before that sneeze attack. I'm still gonna cut that out. I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that sneeze attack out. There. Yes, and they're here. I just copy this also. I don't gotta. Oops. Oops. There we go. So I don't have to rewrite it over and over. Skeleton real quick. Uh-uh. Whoa. Okay, let me stop it. I've seen too much. Get back to business. Hmm. There are down pat. No, we gotta wait. Our array. Grab them R. for my sanity. Voila. Right. Let's get to explain this from the top. Alive. Six, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. First, we created our random object. Then we created a new array list. Then in this for loop, we filled the array with 10 random numbers between 1 and 100. This line here generates the random numbers between 1 and 100. Then down here, we called the copy rav method and passed the numbers through array list to hold to reverse and print. Dun, dun, and then we're down to the method. In this method is to reverse the array list and print both the original and the reversed list. Okay, here on this line 20, we are creating a new array list to store the reversed list. Here, we're looping through the original list, num_r, in reverse order and adding each element to a new list, rav_num_r. Okay? Then here, we get the elements from num_r array and position I and add it to rav_num_r. Here, this line will print the original list using array num_r. This one will print the reversed list using the array rav_num_r. Let's see it in action. Voila! Oh, I'm out the way. As you can see, the original array is 14, 51, 18, 18, 45, 77, 22, 88, 48, 14, 28. And the reverse rate is basically all those numbers in reverse. 28, 14, 48, 88, 22, 77, 45, 81, 51. In the reversed order. Moving on to the next question. Let me read it out for you. Read might be a little choppy. Don't mind me. Okay. Print common method. Write a method called print common that accepts two array lists of strings. Call them star, star one and star two as arguments. The method will compare two array lists and print on screen any common strings. Demonstrate the method by calling it from the main and passing to two array lists. Each array list should contain 5 names. For testing purposes, make sure the array list you are passing to the method contains two common names. And then it gives examples. All right, let's get to business. First, let's create our array list because this time we don't need anything random. And I'm super beat, and I'm super cool. Do, 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. Am I having a stroke right now? Like, what the heck? Yeah, typing the wrong, pressing the wrong button. Jeez Louise. Squeeze me, please. Okay? It's really irritating me for a second. You know? You know when you mess up something over and over again, then you're like, am I good right now? You have to check if you're good. Because it just messes with you when you mess up something multiple times. You're like, what the heck just happened to me? Exactly. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, what happened to me? Fine. I'm gonna read this. Oh, I don't have to write it. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that made it worse. I hate that. That made it worse. I'm gonna get them together in a sec. All right. Wow. Most of these names are coming from people I know in real life. Like Sunny. Yes, it is a real name. Someone did name their child Sunny. I could have put Davis or Davon. I know a Davon. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna keep it real classy over here. No, Davon can be a classic name. I'm not typing that all over again. I'm just copying from right here. I'm not typing that again. Oof. The only difference is that it's a two. Now we get cool with different names. Copy this also. You I try. You I wanted to. Make me feel like my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Ooh, ooh, my girl, my girl. That was a mistype. After this, honey there, Alice. I know Allison, but nickname is Allie, Allison, Allie, Alice. And let's put some Bob, like Bob's Burgers. Yeah. All right. Right. Yes, yell at me, I know. I said upset again. Didn't I do a little import? I see. I see my mistake. I forgot the A again. Goodness. Okay. I should go get checked out. It's making the same mistake over and over. Let me just copy this so I don't mess up the spelling. Yeah. Uh, Ray, not R-R-A, not R-R-Y. It's R-A-R-R-A-Y. The mistake. I messed this up on the exam. I'm gonna be so mad. Wow, 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 wow. The baptism is coming out. Okay. I forgot to take my ADHD meds today. That's the focus. Okay, what was I? Where was I? What was I doing? Oh, hello? Whoa. What's happening? Let's see if okay. Here we are. Back on track. Stay with me, 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 stay with me. All right? All right. It'll start to look like something, I promise. Start looking like something soon, okay? I just have to do a little skeleton real quick. I know, look like gibberish right now, guys. But I'm gonna get it together. Get it together. Don't worry about it. Uh, uh, uh. Okay. Uh, yay. Next. I spelled name wrong. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Got the J over here. Okay. Gotta use dot equals instead of equal equal because we're dealing with strings. Yeah. I like this filled in for me. How cool. That was a lot. I'll explain from the tippy top. Okay, let's start from the top. From the top. First, we created our array list and added 5 names here. Then we created a second array list and added 5 more names with two common names listed here as Sunny and I believe it's Emily. Sunny and Emily, yeah. Sunny and Emily. Then on this line here, let me space it out. Uh, on this line, we called the print common method to display the common names. And here, whoa, little mouse. And here, as you can see, and here, this method compares two lists and prints the common strings using a nested loop. I hated nested loops. So this is just gonna say common names between both lists. Just gonna print this out first. So it looks nice. Okay. Okay, let's get down to this nested loop. This first loop, this first for loop, loops through each element in the first list. This gets the name from the first list. This second for loop loops through each element in the second list, and this line here gets the name from the second list. Then this if statement checks if the name is equal. In this very last print statement, prints the common names. All right, let's run it. Oh, wait a minute. It printed it so many times. Wait, what did I do wrong? It printed Sunny, but Emily is also a common name. It didn't print Emily. What the heck? Oh my gosh, this is a lot of error. Let me see what I did wrong. I had to go line by line to find the little hiccup. It was a logical error on my part. I put I here instead of J. That was the only mess up. All right, let's run it. It says the common names between both lists are Sunny and Emily. Thanks for watching. Come back next week.